If you have been playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds recently, you've probably noticed this giant PGC banner that hangs off the back of the plane as you begin your game. But what exactly is PGC? The PUBG Global Championship is the biggest and final PUBG Esports tournament of the 2023 season. In this tournament, 32 teams will be battling in Bangkok, Thailand. The tournament takes place over 3 weeks from November 18th to December 3rd. For a grand prize pool of $2 million. The format is as follows. The group stage, Group A and Group B, will be divided into 16 teams each, with the top 8 teams advancing to the winners bracket. The bottom 8 of each Group A and Group B will move on to the losers bracket. The bottom 8 from the losers bracket will be eliminated, while the top 8 from the losers bracket will move on to the last chance round, where they will meet the bottom 8 from the winners bracket, and the top 16 players from the last chance and winners bracket will all meet in the grand finals. The total prize pool is $2 million, with the winning team taking home $600,000, and the MVP of that winning team taking home $10,000. Each team will also be awarded points based on their placement in the game, as well as kill points. 1 kill equals 1 point, and it must be a full finish. It can't be a knockout. Day 1 begins with Group A and the following teams battling it out in PUBG. Some teams to look out for are going to be Cerberus, T5, FaZe Clan, Sonics, Danawa, and Tyloo. These teams have been experienced in PUBG Esports and often find themselves at the top. The Sonics most notably are probably going to be the North American crowd favorite with All-Star Tiggleton on the team. The first day led to Tiamba Esports coming out with a strong first game, taking the victory and getting ahead early. They also went on to win the second game of the day, and they also went on to win a third game, making it 3 total wins on the day. If you don't give Pow Pow his nugs, I swear. Also, another team with a good start, Danawa Esports, a very strong competitive team. They always seem to find themselves at the top. Space Station Gaming also went on to win a very passive game where the other team died to the blue zone, but hey, a win's a win. Cerberus Esports is also a very, very strong team, and they went on to win final battle against Shrimzy and the Sonics. Shrimzy has been very, very clutch in this first day, but Cerberus is able to take the win. Looking at our leaderboard, we'll see that Tiamba Esports is able to take a huge lead with their 3 wins on the first day. Sonics are also able to frag out and maintain 3rd place. Also surprisingly, we see FaZe Clan and Tyloo outside of the top 8, keeping them on the losers bracket. They'll be looking to make up some ground in the next round. Day 1 of Group B began with the following teams. A couple of teams to look out for are going to be Question Mark, Twisted Minds, Luminosity Gaming, Gen G, 4 Angry Men, and 17 Gaming. Day 1 of Group B began with some fireworks as the newcomers Osla Pentagram came out and won their first game from Everest. Osla Pentagram would then go on to follow it up with a second win, back-to-back wins on the day, all but securing themselves a place in the winners bracket. Foot Esports, another newcomer to the PUBG Global Series, is going to go ahead and get a piece of the pie themselves. Very exciting to win. Legacy Gaming, another newcomer to the PUBG Global Series, and the powerhouse from Brazil would also secure a very impressive victory as they raise their hands and soak in the glory. In our 5th match, New Happy and 17 Gaming would face off in a 1v1 where New Happy would eventually come out the victor, securing their first win for their tournament. The final game of the day would end with some excitement as Purple Mood Esports, the local heroes from Thailand, would go ahead and take the last game of the day as the crowd goes wild. Looking at the total summary, 17 Gaming earns the most kills and the most survival time, which leads them to become the #1 overall based on points, with Osla Pentagram trailing just behind them. A couple of teams that are going to be looking to make up ground are going to be Twisted Minds, Genji, and 4 Angry Men. Day 2 of Group A began with Tiamba Esports taking a staggering nearly 30-point lead over the second place T5. The Sonics also holding steady in third place with a high kill count day 1. On the other side of things, we see FaZe Clan and Tai Lu outside of the top 8. Remember, only the top 8 make it into the winner's bracket, so they'll be looking to make up some ground in this stage. And Tai Lu comes out early and takes the first victory of the day, quickly making up ground, trying to secure their place in the winner's bracket. FaZe Clan would also follow suit with an early victory, the second game of the day. And they would manage to follow it up in the third game of the day and take another victory. FaZe Clan is just about secured its place in the winner's bracket at this point. Daytrade also comes out and gets an impressive victory and secures their first win of the tournament. Tai Lu then comes out and gets their second win of the day. Tai Lu and FaZe Clan at this point have definitely secured their positions in the winner's bracket. The final match of the day leads to a scrappy fight between FaZe Clan and Falcons, where Falcons would come out the victor. However, their late heroics would not be enough to get them out of the loser's bracket, as we see man of the match Capitan disappointed with their efforts. FaZe Clan would rocket up to the top of the leaderboard above Tiamba Esports. However, we see Group A shake out the way that we expected it to, with all of the powerhouses in the top 8. Day 2 of Group B would begin with 17 Gaming in first place, closely trailed by Osla Pentagram. On the other side of things, Twisted Minds, Genji, and 4 Angry Men are all going to be looking to bounce back in this stage. And 4 Angry Men in the first game of the day goes ahead and does so, as they take the first victory, an impressive one at that. In the second game, Enter Force 36 has a come-from-behind third-party victory to secure their first win of the tournament. They are very excited. Howl would go ahead and win the third game of the day, also securing their first victory. In the fourth match of the day, Twisted Minds finds themselves on the ice and finally getting their first victory of the tournament. Long awaited for Twisted Minds. They're definitely a crowd favorite. In the fifth game, Foot Esports would also find victory and secure their second win of the tournament. They'll be moving on to the winner's bracket. Genius Esports would take the victory in the final game of the day, moving themselves out of last place. Unfortunately, they won't be making it up enough ground to get out of the loser's bracket, but they will definitely be giving themselves some momentum going into that section of the tournament. Taking a look at the total leaderboard, we see that Twisted Minds and Question Mark were able to squeeze into the top 8 by the skin of their teeth. However, a victory in the first game by 4 Angry Men is not enough to secure them a spot in the winner's bracket. Genji also has a slow start to their tournament, and their presence will be shaking things up in the loser's bracket, for sure. My favorite highlight from PUBG Global Series group stage comes from 4 Angry Men, as 4 Angry Men maintains this tower defense and hits not 1, not 2, but 3 perfect grenades and eliminates New Happy Esports as they turn their direction towards Luminosity Gaming and secure the victory. This was my personal favorite highlight of this group stage. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know what your favorite highlight of this stage was. Looking ahead to the winners bracket, we see some of the best teams in the world in PUBG. This lobby is completely stacked and is sure to be a very exciting section of this tournament. I can't wait for this winners bracket to unfold. Also in the losers bracket, there's also sure to be world-class PUBG as well. 4 Angry Men and Gen G are teams that I'm looking at to bounce back. Also, Purple Mood seeing some signs of greatness, as well as Falcons and Genius Esports bouncing from the bottom in their final burst of energy. I'm excited for this stage as well. Guys, make sure to go over to PUBG Esports' YouTube account and subscribe, as well as go over to PUBG Battlegrounds on Twitch and give them a follow as well. And should you feel so inclined, I'd love it if you check out my YouTube channel, Nosferus Gaming, for more PUBG Esports coverage and just general fun gameplay. Thanks, guys.